DanielJSiegel, The Yes Brain: How to Cultivate Courage, Curiosity, and Resilience in Your Child. In The Yes Brain, authors DanielJSiegel and Payne Bryson reveal the crucial role of cultivating courage, curiosity, and resilience in children for their success in life. The book explains the difference between the yes brain state, which is receptive, flexible, and open to challenges, and the no brain state, characterized by a reactive and defensive attitude. By focusing on 4 key characteristics: balance, resilience, insight, and empathy, the authors provide parents with effective strategies for fostering a yes brain mindset in both themselves and their children. With engaging and practical advice, this summary will discuss how parents can ultimately improve their child's emotional regulation, personal insight, and empathy.
The power of saying yes. The yes brain presents an open, accepting attitude to the world focused on balance, resilience, insight, and empathy. The no brain, on the other hand, is a defensive and reactive outlook that makes connecting with others and making good decisions difficult. Developing a yes brain can be achieved through concrete strategies for adults, while children can adopt these characteristics when modeled by their parents. Wider tolerance and understanding of emotions can be taught to children with techniques like deep breathing and empathy provided by parents. Develop your yes brain. Contrary to popular belief, our brains aren't predetermined, they are highly plastic and can change. This means that we can alter not only our behavior but also the structure of our brains. The approach of developing a yes brain is based on the latest research into interpersonal neurobiology, IPNB, which emphasizes integration as a key part of well-being. The prefrontal cortex, PFC, is the driver of our behavior and controls traits such as emotional regulation, personal insight, and empathy, which are all part of using our yes brain. Engaging the PFC through activities that encourage integration, such as questioning and storytelling, strengthens the wiring of our brain and helps cultivate our yes brain. Building a yes brain in your child. A child's tantrum may be a result of their underdeveloped brain, and acknowledging their emotions is the first step to helping them regain self-control. Empathize with the child and help them develop coping strategies to improve their emotional intelligence. Teaching them to understand their emotional zones and react accordingly empowers them to take control of their emotions. As parents, it's easy to scold or punish a child who throws a tantrum, but this isn't an effective way of dealing with the issue. According to experts, a child's brain isn't developed enough to control their emotions in certain situations. Instead of scolding or punishment, parents should acknowledge the child's emotions and help them develop coping strategies. For instance, one mother who faced a challenge with her son crying every time she dropped him off at school tried a different approach. Instead of telling him to be a big boy, she tried to empathize with him by creating an illustrated book about school mornings. Through this, her son could express his feelings, and they could work out coping strategies together. Parents can also teach their children how to understand their emotions by explaining feelings in terms of zones. The green zone denotes happiness, while the red zone denotes anger or anxiety. The blue zone indicates sadness or when a child wants to be left alone. These emotional zones help children understand their emotions better without suggesting that it is wrong to have feelings. It gradually shows children that they have choices when it comes to responding to given situations, and this empowers them to take control of their emotions. In essence, developing a yes brain mentality in children requires parents to be patient, empathic, and understanding. Parents must learn to acknowledge their child's emotions, empathize with them, and offer coping strategies to help them develop self-control. Furthermore, teaching children to understand their emotional zones and react accordingly empowers them to take control of their emotions, making them less prone to outbursts or other undesirable reactions. Fostering resilience in children. To prepare our children for the uncertainties of life, we need to encourage them to take risks and develop resilience. By supporting and guiding them, we equip them with essential skills to handle setbacks. One way to foster resilience is to teach them coping strategies, such as deep breathing and talking to a worry bully. Teaching children the concept of green and red zones help them in understanding their emotions and handling stress better. Our children's ability to handle adversity increases with the practice of relaxation and calm-down techniques, which creates a foundation for resilience. Cultivating insight. The habit of insight is crucial in regulating oneself and one's children. It involves taking a step back and analyzing one's behavior, acknowledging one's emotions without judgment. To cultivate insight, it's helpful to take a different perspective, imagining oneself as a non-judgmental onlooker who observes and analyzes one's emotions. Teaching colored zones and the analogy of a volcano to children is an effective way to help them regulate their emotions. By teaching kids that they have a choice in how they respond to situations, they can break out of familiar responses. Boosting empathy in children. The fourth yes brain characteristic, empathy, is the ability to care for and understand other people's feelings. Empathy can be taught, making it essential to incorporate into children's upbringing. Studies show that humans are innately predisposed to caring for others, and this inclination kicks in at an early age. If children seem selfish, remember that selfishness is a trait developed by evolution that increases their chances of survival. However, parents can model empathetic behavior, teach their children to speak from the I, and listen to them when they have a problem. By doing so, children can improve their empathetic vocabulary and understand the emotions of others. Devin's story highlights the effectiveness of such techniques, where his parents' adoption of effective techniques led to his considerable growth.
To sum up, the yes brain provides essential insights into how parents can nurture and model important characteristics such as balance, resilience, insight, and empathy in order to create an optimal environment for their child's emotional and cognitive development. By teaching children how to manage their emotions, face challenges without giving in, and empathize with others, parents are preparing them for future success. The book also demonstrates that the human brain's incredible plasticity allows for change, meaning we have the power to rebuild and reshape our way of thinking with the right strategies. These valuable lessons can positively impact the lives of both parents and children, ultimately fostering a more compassionate and adaptive society.